chances are very good that, much like me before yesterday, you have never heard of the Pingyang County. It's in China. However, geologists have just discovered something. I'm going to be doing a bit of reading here, so forgive me while I look down. There have been, and assumed at this point, estimates is considered to be on the pessimistic side. There are 1,100 tons of gold, 9,800 feet deep, worth roughly $83 billion in China. This has just been discovered. Apparently, this is, if this turns out to be correct, like if their estimations are correct, they will be able to pull out a total, because the surrounding area also is showing signs of gold, of 233,000 tons of gold have been mined since 1950, 2/3 of it since 1950. If this mine turns out to be as good as they think, it will outstrip the South African mines in terms of gold production. The other countries that are big for gold are Indonesia, Russia, New Guinea, and Chile. So how it is that everybody thought that there was a huge gold rush in North America when North America is kind of piss poor for gold, I'm not quite sure. That's a side point, you know, as anybody I've pointed out over and over again. I do not script this shit. You just get what I get. So anyway, at this point, they are assuming and they are hoping that the gold is 138 grams per metric ton. And this is considered to be a very high rate of production, you know, gold to ore. I would also like to point out there was the thing with the Russian ship with gold bullion and coins being found outside of South Korea. So the gold market originally actually went up at the news of this, because it's one thing to find it. That's good. But they haven't actually mined it. It's not like when, as my husband was pointing out last night, Russia dumped a whole bunch of diamonds onto the market in the 80s and crashed the value of the diamond. This isn't the same thing. This is just stockholders saying, aha, so in the next 5 years, 10 years, we got a shit ton of gold we can get from this place, and that's a good thing. Except, of course, I'm going to say, no, it's not. But I understand. Apparently, China goes through so much gold, even though they have so much, that they actually still end up having to import it. I suppose that's because they have to do a lot of electronic stuff there. That is an assumption on my part.